warm welcome to all my students. Today we will study about Indian industry. In this chapter we will learn about meaning and importance of industries, localization of industries, major industrial region in India. Major industry. Under major industry, we will learn about iron and steel industry, aluminium, cotton, textile industry, sugar industry, paper industry, and knowledge-based industry. In today's session, we will learn about meaning and importance of industry, localization of industry, major industrial region in India, major industry. Under that we will learn about iron and steel industry. So these are the topic we are going to discuss in today's session. First, we will learn the meaning and importance of industry. Meaning of industry. Many natural resources and raw material cannot be used directly. They have to be processed or refined. For example, conversion of sugarcane into sugar, iron ore into steel, cotton into cloth, wood pulp into paper. So, the conversion of raw material into usable product is known as manufacture industry. That is, converting the raw material into finished product, we call it as industries. As we will not be able to use some of the natural resources or raw material directly, they have to be refined or processed. Then only we can utilize. So the conversion of raw material into usable product is known as manufacture industry. So it is. So remember children, the definition of manufacturing industry is the conversion of raw material into usable product is known as manufacturing industries. Importance of industry. Industry are vital for economic progress. Industry are very important for economic progress of our country. Industry reduces the reliance on primary product. It also reduces the reliance on imported goods, help to increase the national and per capita income, and also earn foreign exchange, and also creates job opportunity and raises GDP and the living standard of people. They help to reduce the pressure on agriculture. These are the importance of industry. First, it helps to reduce the reliance on primary product, reduces import goods, it increases national per capita income and also foreign exchange. It creates job opportunity, raises GDP and raise the living standard of the people. And they also help in reducing the pressure on the agriculture. These are the importance of industry. Localization of industry. The most major factor affecting the localization of industry are: first one, supply of raw material; second, supply of power; Third, transport and communication facilities, market facilities, capital, labor and water supply, ideal climate, government policy. These are the factors affecting the localization of industry. What are the things required for establishing an industry? So those are raw material, power, transport and communication facility, market facility, capital, labor and water supply, ideal climate, government policy. These are required for establishing an industry in our country. These slides will help you to remember what are the factors for localization of industries. The first one, raw material. Second, supply of power. Third, transport and communication facility. Fourth, water supply. Fifth, labor and capital. And the last one, industrial policy of government. These are the 6 points. I have showed it through the picture. The remaining 2 points I have not showed in the picture. So which are those 2 pictures, children? One is regarding market facility. Market facility and ideal climate. So remember, the factor affecting localization of industry are raw material, supply of power, transport and communication facility, water supply, labor and capital, new industrial policy of the government. That is government policy. So 2 more points you have to remember, and those are, the first one is market facility and ideal climate. Major industrial regions. Industrial region refers to a region with the concentration of one or a variety of industries. It is dominated by industries and industrial activities. It is usually urbanized. Industrial regions located in areas where ideal factors for their locations are found. So major industry refers to a region with a concentration of one or variety of industry, different types of industries. And mainly that area is dominated by industries or industrial activity. It is usually urbanized. And industrial regions are located in those areas where ideal factor for their locations are found. In India, there are 8 major industrial regions. Remember, in India we have totally 8 major industrial regions. First one, the Hooghly-Kolkata region, Mumbai-Pune region, Ahmedabad, Vadodara, Madurai, Coimbatore region, Delhi, Meerut region, Visakhapatnam, Guntur region and Kolam, Thiruvananthapuram region. So, the Hooghly to Kolkata region, Mumbai to Pune region, Ahmedabad to Vadodara, Madurai to Coimbatore region, Delhi, Meerut region, Visakhapatnam, Guntur region and Kolam to Thiruvananthapuram region. These are the 8 major industrial regions in India. Major industries of India. Iron and steel industry. It is the basis of all other industries. Many industries like engineering, locomotives, machine tools, automobiles, agricultural equipments, etc. depend upon iron and steel industry. So all these industries depend upon iron and steel industries. The industry which depends upon iron and steel industries are engineering, locomotives, machine tools, automobiles, agricultural equipment, etc. So, iron and steel industry can also be called as basic industry. It is the important metal-based industry in India. Ancient industry knew the art of smelting iron ore. The best example for this iron pillar in Delhi, Meerut. Observe this picture, children. The iron pillar, what you see here, it is located in Delhi, in Meerut. The iron pillar. It was done in the ancient time. That means we knew the art of smelting iron ore. The modern iron and steel industry in India was started in 1874 at Kulti in West Bengal. The first iron and steel industry established in India in the year 1874 at Kulti in West Bengal. But the credit of starting a modern iron and steel industry goes to J.N. Tata, who started the Tata Iron and Steel Company in 1907 at Sakshi, Jamshedpur. Remember, the first iron and steel industry located at Kulti in West Bengal started in the year 1874, but really the credit of establishing the modern iron and steel industry goes to J.N. Tata, who started the Tata Iron and Steel Company in 1907 at Sakshi, Jamshedpur. The industry made a great progress after independence. Under 5-year plans, the efforts were made to develop this industry. Factors of location of iron and steel industry are supply of basic raw material of iron ore, coking coal as a main source of power and hydel power, railway transport and port facilities, plenty of water supply, cheap labor, capital and local market, producing center. These are the factors required for establishing a iron industry. First one, raw material. Coking coal, a main source of power and hydel power. Third one, railway transport and port facilities. Plenty of water supply, cheap labor, capital and local market, producing center. So these are the things required. You can see the picture of coking coal here, which is a main source of power and hydel power. So remember, children, raw material, coking coal, railway transport and port facility, plenty of water supply, cheap labor, capital and local market, producing center. There are 14 integrated iron and steel plants in India. Of these, 4 are in the private sector and others are in the public sector. Totally 14 integrated iron and steel plants are located in India. 4 are private and the remaining 10 are in the public sector. Now we will start learning about one by one. First, private sector. In private sector, there are 4 iron and steel industry. The first one, Tata Iron and Steel Company at Sakshi, Jamshedpur in Jharkhand. Second one, Jindal Vijayanagar Steel Limited at Torangalu, Bellary district in Karnataka. Ispat Iron and Steel Limited in Dolvi, Raigad district in Maharashtra. Tata Steel Plant at Gopalpur in Odisha. These are the 4 iron and steel industry under private sector. That means it is not being undertaken by the government. It is under the control of individual. Tata Iron and Steel Company, Jindal Vijayanagar, Ispat Iron and Steel Limited, Tata Steel Plant. So these are the 4 private sector. Now we will learn about the public sectors. That means these industries or company are undertaken by the government. Indian Iron and Steel Company at Burnpur in West Bengal. Vishveshwaraya Iron and Steel Limited at Bhadravati in Karnataka. Bhilai Steel Plant, Durgapur in Chhattisgarh. Rourkela Steel Plant, Sundargarh district in Odisha. Durgapur Steel Plant in West Bengal. First one, Indian Iron and Steel Company, Vishveshwaraya Iron and Steel Company, Bhilai Steel Plant, Rourkela Steel Plant, Durgapur Steel Plant. Sixth one, Bokaro Steel Plant at Bokaro in Jharkhand. The Salem Steel Plant at Salem in Tamil Nadu. Visakhapatnam Steel Plant at Visakhapatnam in Andhra Pradesh. Daitree Steel Plant at Daitree in Odisha. Tata Steel Limited at Kalinganagar in Odisha. In addition, there are 199 mini steel plants set up in different parts of the country. India is the 8th largest steel producing country in the world. Bokaro Steel Plant, Salem Steel Plant, Visakhapatnam Steel Plant, Tata Steel Limited. So these are the iron and steel industry located in India. So totally in India we have 14 iron and steel industry. Out of that 4 are under private, 10 are under the public. With this there are 199 mini steel plants set up in different parts of the country. India is the 8th largest steel producing country in the world. Tata Iron and Steel Industry located at Jamshedpur. Here is the location of Jamshedpur, Tata Iron and Steel Industry. Ispat Iron and Steel Industry located at Ratnagiri. Ispat Iron and Steel Industry. Tata Steel Plant at Gopalpur. Indian Iron and Steel at Burnpur. Vishveshwaraya Iron and Steel Plant, established at Bhadravati. Bhilai, Hindustan Steel Limited at Bhilai. Hindustan Steel Limited at Rourkela. Hindustan Steel Limited at Durgapur. Bokaro Steel Plant at Bokaro. Bokaro Steel Plant. Salem Steel Plant. Visakhapatnam Steel Plant. So these are the important iron and steel industries located in India. Children, draw the outline map of India and mark these places and write the places in the homework book. Thank you. Thank you, children. We will meet in the next session to learn about the other topic. Thank you.